So, welcome back to another. Well, yeah. Well, welcome back. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with me? All right, everyone. So basically, we can't have, or I can't promote this channel or this little show that I'm trying to do for you on YouTube without. I can't be talking about inking with Jay without actually doing something this month, because it's October, and October is also called, well, in the art world it's called Inktober, you know. And Inktober was started by an artist. His name is Jake Parker. Very talented guy, very creative guy, and he started, it's like an art challenge called Inktober. So since my channel is called Inking with Jay, it's only fitting to be a part of that, to be a part of his art challenge. And it's called, like I said, it's called Inktober, and I'm gonna do something special on this episode for everyone. I'm actually gonna draw. I'm gonna draw something, and we're gonna ink it up. So I'm gonna show you like my little art style, or what do you want to call it. So I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna do a piece, and since this is like the whole thing, like with Venom and all that stuff, like Venom, you know, Venom, you know, we'll do Venom. We'll do a Venom thing, you know, on that bandwagon. We'll jump on that bandwagon for a little bit, and we'll do some Venom stuff. So today's gonna be that. Today's gonna be the Inktober challenge. I don't know what day it is. I can't remember what day it is for the ink thing. But besides all the little prompts and everything that is set up for the Inktober, we're just gonna do a Venom piece, and then on that Venom piece, we're gonna ink it up. So we're gonna do that today, and I'll show you the little steps I do when I'm drawing something, and then when I ink it, I'll show you everything, my little process. So today's gonna be that. Today's gonna be an Inktober episode. It's gonna be fun. Stick with me and let's get going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get going. Venom. Okay. Bye. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm going to set this up a special way. We're going to do something a little different. Instead of me just showing you guys some stuff, I'm going to actually film myself talking to you guys about my process when I'm drawing or sketching or whatever. So we're going to do the Inktober thing, the Inktober challenge, and we're going to do the Venom sketch. So it's going to be kind of cool with doing the Venom sketch. So I'm gonna film myself this way, and then I'm gonna, you know, show you guys like how I sketch and everything like that, and then we'll do the inks and stuff like that. But before we start up, it's always good to find yourself references. If you're gonna start like drawing something or anything, you're gonna start inking, it's always good to have reference material around you. So what I like to do if I'm gonna sketch something, especially like if we're gonna do like Venom, I want to find some pictures of Venom. So you can go online and look for some Venom sketches to find what might work best for you. Now the thing is, like when you're looking for reference, it's not, you're not gonna copy the actual drawing of whatever you're using for reference. You're just gonna use it for reference. You know, it's like some people might say, oh, that's copying, whatever. It's like you're just copying the character. Well, in a sense you are, but you're not, because you're just gonna use it to get, you know, vital information about the character that you're going to use. So find some good poses that you like, or some good images that inspire you, and go from there. So I already got me some pictures already set up. So we're going to go ahead and start this thing up. But like I said, you can go online, go on Google, and find some images of Venom, or any character that you're trying to do, anything you're trying to draw, whatever. Just try to find references, because I like to use references. So I already got my images ready to go, so I'm just gonna load them up on my desktop here, and we're gonna get going. I found some cool Venom poses, some cool action poses and whatnot to look for Venom. So let's get into this. Let's get into this demonstration. And it's a good thing to have all your tools ready to go and everything that you're gonna need to draw or whatever. Like your pencils, your ink, your ink pens, anything that you're gonna use to create the art. So here we go. I'm gonna I'm gonna check something out first. See how this looks on a certain way. Because I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm drawing here. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Just a little bit right there, just so that you guys can see where I'm starting off at. And I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And right now, this I'm just doing a little practice right here. I'm just doing like a little practice to see how it looks on camera. Yeah, that's gonna look good. So here we go. Here we go, everyone. Let's draw Venom. Let's draw Venom here. So what I like to do when I approach any kind of art drawing or whatever, or any kind of art piece, I like to get out the basic layout of the character, like how is it gonna look. So since I got my reference material, and it's good reference material that I have, I'm gonna go ahead and start. So we're gonna start with his head. So here we go. Start with Venom's head. And the piece of paper I'm using is the Strathmore 11x17 Bristol paper. So here we go. So this is gonna be Venom's head. And I like to when I'm starting to sketch something, I like to, like I said, I like to knock out the basic form of the character. So our guy, Venom, he's gonna be dropping. He's gonna be doing a drop down type of pose. Yeah. I just want see if you guys can see this, because I've never done this before, like drawing and talking, and I just want to be able that hopefully everyone can see what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm filming myself too, talking to you guys out there as well. So it's gonna be a two-way video. So here we go. This is gonna be his arm down here. It's gonna be his arm. Or you know what? Look, see, that's what I'm saying, guys. Have your erasers ready to go, because we all make mistakes, myself included. So here we go. Get that arm down a little bit more. There we go. That looks good like that. And remember, Venom, he's a big menacing character, so I'm gonna use a lot of big shapes when I'm roughing this guy out. So like I said, he's gonna be coming down. And me, you know, like when I sketch something, you know, it's gonna look, you know, fairly rough at the beginning, but then once we start inking him up, and once we get the basic shape of him in, you know, it'll start coming in, you know, what we're looking for here. So yeah, so this is Venom right here. Venom, you know, like the movie, right? Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon with the with the whole Venom thing, right? Nah, but that's good though. That's good. Venom, he's a cool character. I've always liked Venom. I've always liked Venom growing up as a kid. He was always, even though he's kind of like an anti-hero, I guess, or maybe he's more of a villain. I think he's more of a villain than anything. I always liked him. I always liked this guy. He was always a pretty cool guy to me. Like the character itself, you know, it was always pretty awesome to see this guy fight Spider-Man, and you know, all the other Marvel characters that were out there. You know, this guy, he would take them on, you know, and it was always really cool. Even some of the comic book stuff that would be out there, you know, on Venom and stuff. So yeah, I'm just getting the basic shapes in here. Basic shapes, I'm getting them all in. This can probably be a hand. This is gonna probably be a hand right here. Yeah, so we'll just kind of form this in right here. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. We can always fix this later, and you know, take out some stuff that we're gonna not use probably. And see, that's the thing. Like when I'm sketching, you know, there'll be something that I like that I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, that looks great, you know, and then I'm like, you know, I think I'm gonna change that. So then I just go in and change it all up, and I just change the way it's gonna look. Okay, so. Now that we got some of the basic form in, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my pencils over here. And like I said, always have your supplies ready to go, and you know, just you know, just have everything ready, just so that you don't have to look for it. You know, whenever you're sketching or whatever. Try to be comfortable whenever you're doing sketching and stuff like that. So just remember that, everyone. And like I said, let's get moving with this guy. I've always liked Venom in a certain look, so we're gonna. I always liked him with his mouth open, like, you know, like I think that's like the main thing with Venom. You know, he's always like snarling or something like that. So we're gonna get him basic sketch up in here. Let's see here, Venom. And me personally, everyone, I like to have like music playing and stuff. Like when I'm doing sketching and stuff, I like to have music playing. But for the sake of the video, you know, I can't have the music playing, and you know, trying to explain this to you guys. So we're gonna do something a little bit like this for him. And there we go. Let's see. And you know, Venom is one of those characters that you can pretty much do him any style, you know, and then he'll look good any style, like however you're gonna set him up or whatnot. That's the cool thing about Venom, you know, like, because he's kind of like that symbiote thing, and then, you know, he's all over the place, basically. He's all over the place. And like to draw him, you know, just kind of however you feel you want him to look. You know, you do what you like. You know, you come up with something, come up with a new way to approach this character, or any character that's out there that you're trying to draw, and you're trying to you know, create or do a different take on him or whatever. I'm gonna do him kind of more like a I don't know, I guess like a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin or whatever, you know, because it's like Halloween, Inktober, whatever. So we're gonna do him this way. So you put his jaw out this way like this. Look at that. How about we do something like this? Put his jaw out like that. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. You know, because he has that weird jaggedy jaw that kind of goes out, and then I guess his tongue can kind of come out like that, you know. And that's the thing, everyone, just kind of like do whatever you feel like the character needs to look like, then you do it that way, you know. You do it that way. So there we go. All right, so got his tongue back there. Got his little jaggedy teeth in here, just like that. And I'm looking back and forth. I'm looking back and forth to check to see if I'm getting it right. but like I said, it's you know, like I said, the reference is there to use. And again, like I said, you're not copying the actual character, because the characters I have, the Venom pictures that I have, they look totally different from what I'm drawing right now. If you were to look at them right now on my screen, they look totally different compared to what I'm actually drawing on the paper itself. So I'm not copying him like line for line. I'm not copying. I'm just using it for reference. Like I'm looking at some of the fingers, and I'm looking at some of the teeth and the tongue and all that, and I'm putting it into my drawing that I'm doing. So the thing is, like, don't let people tell you that, you know, oh, you're copying and that looks like you're just copying stuff. No, you're not copying. You're using it for reference. Anything that can help you. And trust me, the guys, like the comic guys that are out there that do this stuff for a living, they have tons and tons of references, and that's how they're able to accomplish a lot of the different techniques and a lot of the different styles that you see out there, is because they have all that reference. And then of course, like, you know, the art education that they've had like over the years, and what experiences they've had over the years, that's helped them. So that all comes into account whenever, you know, they're approaching like a drawing, or like even the guys that do ink work and stuff like that. Like, they always have reference available, and that's the thing. Always look at reference as something to help you. So don't think of it as like you're cheating, or like, oh, people are telling you like, oh, that's just tracing or whatever. Nah. It's not that. It's not that. You know, you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to better your art. So anything that can help you. And see, the thing is, nobody told me about that kind of stuff. Like when I was coming up, and I was learning how to draw stuff, or how to ink stuff, I always thought I was cheating, or I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing. But in reality, you're trying to educate yourself. So the only way to educate yourself is to do that. Use reference. And sometimes, like when you're barely starting off, like if you're a beginner artist, then yeah, you know, you have to copy some of the stuff. Copy it to get good, to learn the form, to learn the shape of the particular you know, character that you're trying to create. So don't let people tell you that you're copying or anything like that, because you're not copying. You know, you're just trying to get better as an artist. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with when you're a starting artist, like when you're barely beginner and stuff like that, and you have to copy. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm doing is I'm not copying this character, because the character's poses are totally different from what I got, and I just use it for reference, like to make sure that I'm getting the look of Venom. I'm getting the look of Venom in, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish right here. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm not like I said, I'm not copying anything. I'm just using it for reference. And that's all I'm doing right now. That's all I'm doing right now. It's just using it for reference. Trying to, like I said, trying to get the shape in, trying to get the form in, and whatever. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so this is gonna be the Inktober thing right here. Doing the old Inktober. And this is a cool challenge, you know. This is a really cool challenge. Like I said, it was made by Jake Parker. Really good artist. You should check out his stuff. He's got really good character work, really good ink work too. Really good ink work. Check him out. Check him out. I'll probably have something up there to show that, you know, you can go to his. He's got a YouTube channel, and like I said, he's got a website, and he's got he's got a lot of different art. Like, you should check out. It's really cool. It's really cool. He's a really cool artist. So check him out. Like I said, he's the one that started the whole Inktober challenge, art challenge, and it's a good one. It's a really good art challenge to kind of better yourself, like an inking, like as you know, like as inking, you know, inking stuff, and getting better as an artist, you know, because in one day you have to do a piece of art, you know, and that's the thing. Sometimes a lot of artists, they forget to practice. Like, even myself included, you know, I don't practice like all the time like I should. You know, I should be practicing like every day. But you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But you know, you got to try to make that time. Try to make that time and put get your practice in. Get your practice of you know, your art stuff in. So that's a good thing to try to do. And yeah, like I said, check him out. Check him out. Jake Parker started this whole thing up. So here we go. All right. And I'm just gonna put some stuff back here, like it's coming down. All right. See. All right. Alright, it's coming through here. See how, yeah, that looks good. And what I'm doing up here is I'm just making a light source. So I know I'm gonna have my light source coming down this way. So I'm making like a little sphere, and then I'm shading it in how I want my light to show on this guy. So I know later on when I start inking it up where I'm gonna put my my shadows on the character. So if I know I'm gonna have shadows down here. So like, okay, well, let me start on his face. So I'm gonna have shadows, and you know, you kind of, you know, add some stuff. I mean, you know, get your shadows down in here, and you know, approach it like you're gonna add your different light on the character, because you know, Venom, he's already like a dark character. His whole body is technically black. But if you find where your light's gonna be at, then all you gotta do is just add your light source on the character itself, and go from there. So here we go. So now I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab some felts, some felt pins, and some there we go, some felt pins, and I'm gonna use some of these felt pins to start inking them in here. You know, because I really like the felts, and these right here, these are the Bitmojis. And like I said, I'm using the felts right now, the felt Kurotaki felt tip pins. And me, this is just a personal preference. I like these. I like using these felt pins. It's just I like the way they feel, and I like the way the ink comes out of these pins. And like I said, I've been using these for some years now, and they work well for me. I like them. Like I said, I like the type of you know, pen stroke it gives you, because you can get that thick to thin line on these felt tip pens. So I like to use them. I like to use these felt tips, and like I said, they work well for me. I really enjoy using these type of pens, these felt tip pens. And the cool thing is, and like on most of these felt tip pens that I've used, you see how, like I said, I'm laying my hand over the drawing and it doesn't smear. Most of these felt tip pens, like the way the ink comes out, it's like a little sponge or whatever, like the tip, and it kind of dries fairly quickly. Like the ink dries fairly quickly compared to like inking with like a nib, like a little dip pen. That stuff, it won't dry as quick, but these dry fairly quick. I've noticed they dry fairly quick when it comes to inking some stuff up. So yeah, trying to get this basic form in here. Yeah, Venom. And I was gonna tell you guys, rule of thumb when you're inking something, like depending on where your light source is at. See, my light source is up here and my shadows are down this way. The thicker lines are gonna be where the shadow is heaviest. So if my light source is up here, this is my lighter source and this is my darker source. Anything below, underneath here, whatever, the line's gonna be thicker. So just remember that when you're inking stuff, the lines are gonna be thicker underneath to show weight. Oh, sorry about this, guys. Hello? Hey. That's fine, just whenever you come back. Alright. Okay, alright, bye. Bye. Sorry about that, the wife. Okay, back to getting a phone call and this stuff. What the heck is going on, man? I'm gonna have to probably edit that out. Oh, man. Freaking weird, man. Weirdo. Okay. Let me pull back a little bit so you guys can see some of this. How it looks, kind of full page almost. Yeah, so it's getting there. Basic Venom, you know. Yeah. Okay, so now since I got some of the shape down for this guy, I'm gonna erase some of these lines, some of the outer lines around him, because we're not gonna need any of this. Well, maybe I'll leave those. let me zoom back. See kind of how it's, yeah, kind of got them cleaned up pretty good. So now we're gonna start adding some of the shape and form to him. And me, I'm gonna use some grays, they're like Copic grays, but they're made by Shinhan Touch, and I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna use those to get some of his form and his shape. Oh, let me see, some of his form and shape for this guy. Yeah. And you only need so many of these. So many of these grays, you only need so many of them, you know. So we're gonna use some of these right here. Some of these grays right here. I'm gonna use some of these gray tones and you know, add some form to him. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna do that. All right. All right, so now we're going to color this. Well, we're gonna add some gray tones to it. Let's add some gray tones to the Venom right here. Yeah, good old Venom. Good old Venom. Good old Venom. Yeah, we're gonna add some gray tones. Yeah, and when you're doing grays or working on some gray tone colors and whatnot, it's always good to have about like at least 2 to 3 different tones of gray. I have to open up this one because I haven't even used it yet. Haven't even used this yet right here. This Touch right here by Shinhan. And these particular markers, these are really good. These are like, I would say, like right behind the these are like probably right behind the Copics. The Copic markers. These are really good. And you can refill these too. And these are actually, you can refill these right here. These Touch right here. Touch by Shinhan. And I like these because they have like the brush on them. There's a brush tip on there. See? On one side there's a brush tip. And on the other side it's a chisel. So I'm gonna add some grays to this. So here we go. Here we go. Add some gray tones to the Venom, and we'll do a build-up. We'll do a build-up of grays. All right. Let me add something real quick. Let me add the other part of the forearm right here. Almost forgot about that. How can I forget? Come on, Jay. Come on, man. I'm forgetting some key parts, man, to Venom. Just wasn't thinking, you know. Wasn't thinking. We're getting it, we're getting there, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. Add a little color to this thing. I'm not supposed to be like a, you know, Inktober, but I think I'm gonna add a little color, man. I'm gonna add a little bit of color to his tongue just because I think it's gonna look cool. I think it's gonna look cool. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna look cool? I think it will. I think it will. And you know, I don't think it'll be that bad if I add a little bit of color. You know, a little bit of color to him on his tongue. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color to his tongue, just to kind of make it a little different. and to kind of like give it a little bit of pop, you know, to kind of so that it'll kind of stand out a little bit with just a little bit of this color. Not much, just a little bit. All right. This is a Posca Uni. I'm almost done with this piece of Venom, huh? Venom. And let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's about done. So last thing I guess you do, I'm guessing, the last thing you do is to sign the piece. Which I don't really sign a lot of my stuff. Every now and then I do, but I guess I can. Let me deal with this one. Well, let's, you know what, let's add a little something to this, to the tongue. Let's see, I want to add a little bit of pieces on here. Maybe fix up some of the eyes right here. See. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm adding a little bit of white to the tongue. To make it look kind of it's like, you know, like he's drooling or something like that, you know, a little bit of drool coming off his tongue, you know. Because, you know, Venom, he's kind of a little snarling and, you know, beastly or whatever. So he was dripping some kind of like saliva or something off of his tongue. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there. Not much, just a little bit. Not much. Fix up some of the logo back here so that it pops. Fix up some of that right there. Some of this right here so that it looks pretty good. Whoa, look at that. See that right there? And this is why we have little towels or whatever. But you know what? I'm going to try to fill it in as a white. Try to make a mistake something that you can use to your advantage. That's what I try to do. And then hold on a second. Let me get my little towel over here. My little napkin piece right here. Kind of dab that up a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, well I think this piece is done. So this is it. This is the Venom piece right here. Venom. Venom. Can everyone see that? Look at that right there. Venom. You see this? Right here, look. Venom. Let me see if I scoot back a little bit. All that right there. There you go. Just put the name down here. Who is this guy? It's this dude right here. Alright, so it's a finished piece right here. This is it. All right, Inktober, baby. We are done. We are done with this piece. All right, everyone. I will talk to you guys later. This is the completed piece right here of the Inktober for the Venom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you know, everyone out there, be good and ink some stuff up. You know, have fun. Everyone have fun. Ink some stuff up. Be good, and I will talk to you guys later on the flip. Okay, all right, everyone. All right, you guys be good out there. All right, okay. So since today was the Inktober episode and we drew Venom today, and I show y'all my process on drawing and whatnot, I have a special thing for everyone out there. So what I'm gonna do for everyone is I'm gonna do a giveaway, a giveaway for the Inktober, and the giveaway is gonna be the actual Venom piece that was drawn. So this is the thing for the rules. On the rules, all it is like basically like and comment down below. So all you have to do is comment and say, please enter me in the drawing, and I'll put your name in the list. So, you know, do that. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But those are the rules. So all you gotta do is like and comment below in the description. I mean, well, you know, in the little comment section. And I'll put your name in the drawing. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm going to let everyone I'm gonna let everybody like and comment all the way up until I guess it would be, let me double check the date. I don't want to mess this up, you know. Let's see here. So November, I'm probably gonna let it go to November. And it's gonna be for, okay, check this out, everyone. I'm gonna give it up to 2 weeks. 2 weeks to, you know, submit your like and your comment. So you'll have all the way up until the, I would say, November 16th to put your comment in there so that you can enter in the drawing. And I will probably do the actual picking of the names on November 30th. So November 16th will be the last day that you can submit your name or submit your comment and like the video. And on the 30th, November 30th, I will pick somebody. to win the actual piece of artwork. Okay, so that's gonna be my thing. Again, like I said, this was the Inktober episode. Everyone out there, you know, start inking some stuff up, start drawing, start doing your art thing, and I will talk to you guys later. And like I said, be good. Okay, everyone. Bye.